Looking back at the analogy of the directory as a filing cabinet, if we look for Mr. Joe Soap, we could go to S, click on S, and eventually find Mr. Soap in between all the various files we have in our filing cabinet, or the various files or directory entries we have in our directory. But there should be an easier way, and in WorkPool there is. In the WorkPool directory, there are 4 distinctive ways to search for clients. The first is the filing cabinet analogy, going to the S drawer and finding Mr. Soap. The second and more easier way is to search for the specific client that you are looking for. Going back to previous videos, when adding a new directory, I recommended that you add it according to a specific formula. First, the client's surname, his title, followed by his initial, and then his calling name in brackets. If I search for Soap, space Mr, space J, space bracket Joe, and close brackets, click on search, I will find the client I am looking for. This is however a very impractical way of searching in the directory, as there are various variables that could go wrong. If I left out a space, I would not have found this client. This is because in the directory I was searching under match phrase, and this is the second search term. Match phrase means that whatever I type in the search bar, it will match that exact wording. Therefore, if I leave out a space, the client will not be found. As you can see on the screen, there is a space missing between J and the client's name, Joe. If I click search, I will retrieve no result, because I'm searching according to match phrase. I therefore recommend to all my clients to search on client surnames and ensure that when adding clients into the directory that you always start with their surname. If I go to directory and type in Soap and press search, immediately all clients with the surname Soap will be displayed. In this case, there is only one Mr. Joe Soap. We however have in many cases clients with the same surname. In this case, if I type in Soap again, hit search, a couple of search results are returned. Remember, I am still searching on match phrase. All these results are returned because they all have the word soap in them. As you can see, there are still limited results, but we have to spend a couple of seconds to find Mr. Joe. And there we have him. But surely, in WorkPool, there must be an easier way to limit my search results and only receive Mr. Joe Soap. If we go to the directory and type in Mr. Joe Soap, press search, we will retrieve no results because we are searching on match phrase and there is no Joe Soap in the database. Only Soap, space Mr, space J, space in brackets Joe. And this is where the third search term comes in. Match all keywords. If I now type in Joe Soap and press search, WorkPool will search for all directories with both the word Joe and Soap in them, irrespective of the order. If I press search, we can see that Mr. Joe Soap has been returned. The final search term is search attributes. Now what is an attribute? Attributes are all the various fields that we have covered on a view definition, Examples of attributes are email addresses, telephone numbers, ID numbers, and dates of birth, just to mention a few. In this example, if my phone rings and it is a number that I do not know, I can go to the directory, type in that number, click Search Attributes and press Search, and every client with that specific telephone number will be displayed. I now know that it is Mr. Joe Soap calling, and I can answer the call accordingly. To recap, there are 4 ways of searching in the directory. The first is according to the alphabetical letter, selecting the appropriate letter and then finding the client. The second and advised way is according to match phrase and by searching the client's surname. Should that return too many results, it's recommended that you use match all keywords and type in both the client's surname and his first name. The final way of searching within the directory is according to search attributes. This covers telephone numbers, email addresses, and any static information we keep on clients. As you can see, WorkPool has multiple search functions to ensure that you gain access to the appropriate client as quick as possible.